Yo, what up, everybody? What's going on, man? It's your boy Midway right here. Listen, we will be going live very shortly. Just coming to give you a quick update. We finna goddamn get our little drinks and use the bathroom real quick. I promise you, we going live in about 2 to 3 minutes. So tune in, man. Go ahead and share the feed. Send all your people here. Come join the chat. We're gonna be interacting with the chat and everything. Make sure you guys tune in every Sunday, Father's Day show. We're going live in a quick second, man. We'll be right back.
Well, you know what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Well, you know what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe. Well, you know what they say, mama's baby, daddy's maybe.
Yo, hey man, what's up with it? What's up with it? What's up with it? We live in the building. Let me check, make sure everything is up and running. What's up with it, baby? Yo, I ain't even goddamn tuned. I gotta.
Baby.
Go ahead and put it on there.
Baby.
What's up with it?
What's happening? What's happening, man? What we looking like?
We looking real good, man. Talk to people real quick while I get this situated real quick. I gotta do something on the technological side of the game. But
What's going on, family? You know, how y'all been, man? Another good week, you know.
They don't even know how they been, you know. The chat room right now looking on zero, but we finna get y'all live, man. Y'all, hey, appreciate y'all for coming in, man.
They gonna jump up in there.
They show hell is, man. We on time, but we late, but we still here. So you know what I'm saying. Long as the good Lord Almighty wants to bless us with his behaviors, we gonna be all right, man.
Thanks.
Thank y'all for tuning in. It's your boy Midway right here, man. Trying to holler at y'all, keep everything going, man. Thank y'all once again for tuning in on another day of the Father's Day show. We come on this thing every Sunday live. I'm trying to set up something right quick at the same time while I'm talking to y'all. Every day live.
Everyday live.
Everyday live.
That's what we doing
every day live. I'm over tripping. Let me get shit together. I'm over here. I'm running technological switches at the same time. Bow.
He the producer, the director, and the host.
I do everything on this bitch, man. So we got that. We got this. We got that. She don't even want to act right on me. She don't even want to act right. But there it is. Now you gonna act right. Now we got this angle I'm giving y'all right here. I got a camera set up, and the camera acting like she don't want to do right by me. So when I switch to the goddamn, we got Sways over there, we got me, then we got this right here, but it don't want to do right. It don't want to act right. See, it'll come in late. So look. So here it go. Bow, got Sways, then we got me, then we got this. And it's like a 1, 2, 3. It's a 3-second delay when I bring that camera in, so we got to figure out what that is. But in the meantime, in between time, we're gonna keep it on the thing like this right here. Anyway, man, what's going on, yo? It's your boy Midway. I gotta go introduce again. I got my boy Sways with me. Episode 6 of Father's Day show. We are in the building. Like I said, please forgive the delay for the switch to the goddamn third camera over there. I might leave it on that camera for the most part, just so y'all can get our gorgeous faces at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Today's topic, man, it was a current event that I was talking about that I wanted to bring up earlier, but I kind of forgot it. I might remember it along the show right now. But today's topic is too far, man. What is too far with your kids? What is considered too far with how we parent, how we vibe with our kids, how we relay information, how we do all things being parents with our children, man. Like for instance, well, before I do that, man, I want to ask y'all, go ahead and please check out the Father's Day show page on YouTube, on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Please be sure to go ahead and subscribe and follow and do all that good stuff that people tell you to do when you're watching YouTube videos and all that bull. You know what I'm saying? Do it if you want. Share it. You know what I'm saying? What they need to do, Sways?
We need to interact, man. Hit us up, comment, like, share. You know what I mean? Get in there with us. Get in the trenches with us. Let us know what's on y'all mind.
For sure. All day, every day, man. Because genuinely, like shows like this, and when you starting off, and you ain't really got the traction as the big time shows, the people that can pay for all that goddamn production, all that, man. That's what we really competing with, to be honest with you, man. It's more so the dedication that we have as hosts, the dedication we have as entrepreneurs, the dedication we have as individuals to hit y'all every week, man, to put our schedules on hold, to make sure we can give y'all some content that y'all will enjoy, some content that'll be informative, for you guys, man. So we can't grow without, you know, you guys sharing this content, without you guys tuning in. So be sure to go hit that Facebook page, that YouTube page, and all that, man. Follow, share, like, and subscribe, man. But again, if you haven't caught all the episodes, man, you can go to SPMediaTV on YouTube. Type in SPMediaTV without no spaces. The channel page will pop up. Click on the playlist, go down to the Father's Day Show playlist, or for the most part, the Father's Day Show recent episodes tend to pop up when you search SPMediaTV. Also on Facebook, just type in Father's Day Show on Facebook, and the Facebook page will pop up, and you can catch all the video content there as well. So, I mean, without further ado, we're gonna move on, man. Thank you guys for tuning into the Father's Day Show. It's your boy Midway, your boy Sways over here.
Swayzini.
Yes, sir. And today's topic, we are gonna be talking about, like I said, things that are too far with your children. I was hoping I could find that story, but we don't have the story right now, so we finna go. This is something I wanted to talk about that some of you guys out there in the world might be dealing with right now. It's about sex. You know, everybody like to talk about sex, but when your kids start engaging in that type of lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? When your kids start saying, "Father, you know, I like a new boy at school, and you know, I'm interested in, you know, bringing them over." You know what I'm saying? What's too far? What's the age that we would consider too far to allow our child, son or daughter, to bring somebody of the opposite sex?
Or better yet, even let's switch it up and say, is it too far? You know what I mean? Because we're gonna establish that at a young age, you know what I mean, it ain't a good idea. You know, anything under the here for me, 15, 16, it's too early. But even going after that, is it too far? You know what I mean? Is it too far to allow your kids, you know what I mean, that freedom to have a partner over to the house? You know what I mean? Your daughter to have a little boy, your son to have a little girl over there. Is that too far for one?
For me personally, I would say this right here. Depending on the generation, y'all, you got my little church, you know, little church pew.
Wow,
you know what I'm saying? We stay with. I would say it depends on the generation, because the generation that we come from, our parents came from the super restricted era. It was super restricted. Their mom and dad was always in front of them, paying attention to every move that they make. So they brought that strictness over into us, but had some technology of the new world. The internet was kind of new. You know what I'm saying? Being able to reach the world real quick was kind of new information coming in. So it opened up the door for freedom. So we was taught with a mixture of strictness with some liberty in it. But our kids it's like a technology world run amok. So we raising our kids is like,
so it runs what?
It's technology run amok. You know what I'm saying? Technology run amok.
He said it runs amok.
Runs amok. So you know what I'm saying? Like, because of that, we got our kids got total freedom. Even in front of us, even if they right in front of us, they can pull up the internet. They can talk about whatever they want to talk about at the tip of their fingers, man.
So it's like, in turn, even if you don't want them in the house, they still got company.
They still got company.
FaceTime.
Right.
You can show them titties.
You know what I'm saying? You know, just imagine walking in on your child.
Put them goddamn titties.
What talking about scary? I'm going to jail that day. I'm on the way to the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, you know, so because today's generation is growing up in the technological world, they have so much freedoms that if we as parents may forget that we have to. I ain't gonna say have to, but we should be managing.
Oh no, yeah.
How we.
Well, you do have to.
Expound.
If you don't manage that freedom and, you know what I mean, that liberty that your kids have in today's age, you just gonna allow for them to just, you know what I mean, get that feeling that they could do whatever they want. So now they having, not only are they having people over to the house, but now the door closed, if you feel what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
And that's another thing too, when you're talking about having the opposite sex over at the crib, like, there's different managers different levels. Like, are they coming over to a family event, like a cookout or something? Are they coming over for a little bit more intimate setting, like watching movies?
Or even say they just coming over to the house. You got coming over to the house. You got living room action. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You got bedroom action, but then you got bedroom with door closed.
With door closed,
you know what I mean?
and
it's level
okay.
too,
So I'm gonna give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario on what is to see if you consider it to be too far or not. Mm-hmm. You have the consensual age for the most part with parental, consent is about 16, right? For the most part. In certain areas, it's a little higher, a little lower in certain areas. But just to say, for the most part, 16.
What about in Guatemala?
Guatemala, I think it's about 13. goddamn Guatemala, we can go get that butt for a goddamn 5-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they out there. I saw something on God rest dead. Patrice O'Neal said something about some documentary special where they had like 5, 6, and 7-year-olds in a village out there going to get it. I said, Lord Jesus,
that's fucked up.
It's terrible. It's terrible. So you got your your little 16-year-old boy. You feeling himself. He got eye jeans. He an athlete. He an athlete. 3 syllables. He an athlete. You know what I'm saying? And he out here getting it in, on the field, on the court, whatever, and all the girls like him. He comes to the crib. He got swag. He feeling himself.
So he for every game.
He out here.
They in the room before.
So is it too far to allow your stud son to come to the crib with Lil Sinatra? Lil Sinatra. That's Lil Sinatra. Lil Shiva come to the crib, and you at work. You know what I'm saying? Well, we ain't gonna go that far. Let's say, Shiva and your son come through the crib, and she wants some time alone. Well, he wants some time alone with Shiva in the crib, and he closed that door.
While I'm there, okay.
Is he going too far? Are you going too far by allowing that?
Well, first let's establish this with me. If I'm not home, then I won't allow. You know what I mean? Boy, my son, daughter. I'm not gonna condone nobody in my house while I'm not there.
Okay.
Because
so 16 is it because they 16 or because you're not there? Period.
Even up to.
Because that's important.
Even up to being a grown up. I mean, I guess once you're a man, hopefully you'll be out by that time. But I guess once you're grown up, you know what I mean, then I will kind of allow it. But even up until you're out, you know what I mean, and can actually do for yourself. Yeah. I don't feel like you should have those, you know what I mean, that you should have that freedom, you know what I mean, to have people over to the house, you know what I mean, while your parent ain't there.
Okay.
Even though I did that, you know what I mean. And that's
I'm about to say GP.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. She didn't condone that. And
she did.
As a parent, the right thing to do is not condone it, because what you setting that child up. Me, I got a thing called you pay how you lay. You know what I mean?
Okay. You paying for it?
I mean, sometimes. Okay, that's another one. But look. I mean, if you gonna be in the, you know what I mean, you land, you know what I mean, you get butt coming through. You wanna have that child with the mindset of I want my own. You feel me? So don't get too comfortable laying in somebody else's. You know what I mean? That's why I say you pay how you lay. If I'm paying all the bills in here, I'm gonna be comfortable coming through, laying, having something come through.
Yeah.
But if you not paying bills in my house, then don't get comfortable with, you know,
so
having butt coming through.
Now listen,
because it creates bad tendencies and habits.
I want you to know you laying some foundation. I'm gonna challenge you on some of the stuff you said. Right. You said you pay how you lay, and I agree with it, because one thing that we had growing up in GP crib was that she said, you won't pay no bills in my house, you don't get to make no decisions, which I agree with. But what happens when you get of age and you still at the house, but you paying bills now? Do you still stand on that? What if your 16-year-old work at McDonald's part-time and he paying that light bill, he paying that phone bill, or he paying that cable bill at the crib, so he got some say-so in your house because he's paying bill, but he's still 16 and the situation still stays with him bringing over Shorty, Lashiva trying to come through?
Okay.
Can he bring her over and or close that door?
That buys you. Nah, that's still applies.
See how you going back on your word though? See how you back on the word now? Because you said he paying how he lay now.
Yeah, but that's only in part. You know what I mean? it's only important in theory, because in total truth, you know what I mean, you still a child, you know what I mean. I don't want to set that precedent for you to think that it's just cool for you to just, you know what I mean, lay around in people's house, because that's not cool, you know what I mean. You don't.
But like I said, he's a star athlete.
Right.
He's a star athlete, so he doing something productive at school as far as with his body. Right. You know, in order to be an athlete, you got to have a certain amount of grades, so his grades at least up to par on the minimum. And then he got the attention of the women, so he's not just a slum out here in these streets.
I mean, but you
and he working though. He paying the light bill. What you doing?
You even got to go back.
Is it too far to let him go?
Yeah, because you got to even go back to what I said a few episodes ago. I don't condone teen and child sex. You feel me? I just don't condone.
God almighty, like for cheering.
I know it's gonna happen.
16, bro.
Yeah, I know it's gonna happen.
16.
I know you're gonna do it, bro. But I don't condone it, because I feel like once they start doing it and going down that avenue, that breeds the tendency, that breeds bad tendencies. Once you start getting some butt, bro, you stop thinking about other things in life.
Okay, so
I feel like we as parents should deter your child from having early sex. You know what I mean?
I agree. Well, I don't even say I won't even go as far as to say that we should deter our kids, because that's nature. You can't really fuck with nature like that.
Yeah, but
that's like saying you hungry, so deter from eating. I won't say deter from your nature. I just say be responsible. Don't eat all sweets. Yeah. Don't eat all sugary foods. Throw some vegetables in there. Make sure you having a well balanced meal. Yeah. So that's my approach to it, as far as on the level of how you manage. I would say properly manage something like that, like a natural behavior.
Right.
But when we talk about the issue of too far, what's too far and what's not, do you think over parenting a child's sexual development is going too far? Because children go experience these feelings emotionally and physically with their body. So if you super micromanaging something and not allowing them to express it outside of a hug or a kiss, kids they might start sneaking off. I mean, you might have a counter effect where they start sneaking off.
It's not too far to go in the room. You know what I mean? Of course, it's not too far to have somebody over. What is too far is you know what I mean, closing the door. You know what I mean? I just don't feel like that. What I say all of this in understanding that the child's gonna do things behind your back. You know what I mean? So while you gone at work, your kid's gonna have people over. You know what I mean? And that's gonna happen. So I say all of this knowing that that's gonna happen. But while I'm home, you know what I mean, while I'm cognizant of what's going on in my house, I don't want you in my room. I don't want you in my house with doors closed. And, you know what I mean? Just
I got it.
Like that, feel me? I know you're going to do it when I'm home. You feel me? But while I'm around, I'm not going to condone that, because I don't want to set that precedent for you to feel like, oh, I can just do this in my pocket. Me personally, GP ain't play that. So
yeah, she hit you with the Bible of coming up with the switches.
She ain't
you
playing.
Rip the thorn on how to switch. Rip the thorn right off the goddamn switch in front of you. Hand bleeding, shit still go to town on your butt. You know what I'm saying? She play no game.
Yeah,
I play no game. You hear me?
I mean, but it gave me the sense and the pride of shit, I gotta get my own. So when I got my own, I was like, you know what I mean? Look.
Okay.
Hey, I'm proud of this. You feel me? Now I can go all through here.
All right. Well, let me throw another topic at you. And like I said, you guys partner delay with the camera switching, man. We got a technical issues, but we're working out. Like I said, the show's still developing. We still up in here getting it here. Father's Day show covering topics, hard topics from a father's perspective about how we do with our cheering, or how we interact with each other as fathers, or how we just live our day-to-day lives. So if you haven't already, follow, like, and subscribe. Help this channel grow. Help this platform grow. Help this ideal movement or whatever become a movement, and follow along. You hear me? You can be here from the beginning, from the inception. But like I was saying, I want to hear some more other topics though.
Trying to jump on the gravy train.
You know what I'm saying? Don't try to bring a biscuit late to the gravy train. It might not be no more gravy. You heard me? Don't bring, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna let you have it.
But yeah, so another topic, I want to hit a couple topics for timing out. Another one I got over here is, you know, we talked about the sex and children. I didn't even get to cover it with, like, if you had a daughter, but we'll skip past that and go to the next one. You and your baby mom or your child's mother or whatever doing y'all thing. Y'all together, y'all raising y'all shawty, right? Y'all break up. After y'all break up, you experience a little bit of turmoil, because nobody breaks up for positive reason. They break up for some negative reason, right? So y'all had that tension, y'all had that negative spirit in between y'all two that caused the breakup. Right. And your kid is in the middle of it. Right. Your kid's growing older, right? What's too far to describe the issues in detail about what happened with you and the mother when the kid starts asking questions? Because this is something I went through with my son, asking why are you and mommy friends? Yeah. Do you and mommy still talk? Do you and mommy still hang out? Why you don't come over to the house? Yeah. Blah, 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 blah. What's too far to go in detail as far as like too young of an age, right. Or what's or is it even too far at all to just give them the real information, period, no matter the age?
Me personally, I feel like no matter the age, you know what I mean, you give your child the real. But
no matter the age, so you break up at 2, your kid come after you at 5, and they want to know at 6. Is 6 too young to be like, this what it is?
No, 6 is not too young.
Okay, go deep on that. Explain that.
But the approach I take is the approach that my mom took with me. You know what I mean? It's all in. You don't degrade and down talk your child's mom. Because at the end of the day, that's still your child's mom. So they still look and see their mom in the eye, to where you don't want, you know what I mean? You don't want to do that. You don't want to downgrade and talk down.
Downplay, yeah.
So what I do is I keep it real with them. You tell them what actually happened without down talking on them. Well, me and your mom just didn't see eye to eye. Me and your mom, we always argue. We never could get along. Without saying, oh, your mama a dumb bitch. That dumb bitch could never goddamn listen.
But what if that was the truth though? Can you relay that message to them? Is cussing them out or saying how you really felt in the moment to describe a situation, is that going too far with your kids?
No, it's not.
Because you telling them how you genuinely felt.
If you state that how I feel, you feel me?
I mean, at the time,
instead of saying, making it a factual statement, make it an opinion. You feel me?
This is what I was feeling. This is how I felt about the situation
felt like
when
your
I was.
Mama ain't never listen, or instead of saying, "Oh, your mama was hard headed," you know what I mean? Don't say that. So give it a chance, you know. Like,
and the reason I asked that in that particular manner is because one of the things that I feel is good parenting is being a representative for your kid to show them how a relationship functions for the better. Right. But also, you have to also show them the drama side so that we don't talk about. Kids can't just see you in all happy places, because they think that's what was real. Then when they get in the relationship themselves, they not able to see the BS that goes on. They're like, what is this new stuff? I never saw this with my parents. Yeah, but no, hold on, finish. So by showing them the negativity, you show them the real aspect of it, but you gotta make sure that when negativity comes and you show it to them, that you show them how to work through that.
That's what I was gonna say.
So that's what I'm saying. You gotta be. Do you think it's too far to tell them how you really felt and then you tell them why afterwards?
It depends on what you're saying. You know what I mean? Like I said, you don't want to be downgrading, and because you don't want your daughter to feel like that's how a man's supposed to treat her.
I like that. I like that point.
So
that's a good point. You don't want to do
that, or you don't want to teach your son that that's what you do with a woman. So like I said, you keep it neutral and say, I feel like, you know what I mean, your mom was such and such and such and such, versus saying, oh, your mom was such and such and such. You don't want to make it something that's based on facts versus something that is just your emotion. You know what I mean?
Okay, so let's say you take the approach of explaining what really happened, and you take out the downplaying, the emotional aspect of the situation. You saying that it is too far to I guess introduce how you truly felt? Like, okay, give me an example of what's not too far to explain to your child what really happened, but invoke some true emotion about it. Because we can't just say, me and your mother had some disagreements, we didn't get along, because what do you mean by disagreement? Sometimes I couldn't stand your mama.
See, but in this,
what's wrong with saying that?
It also comes in levels. It, like, say you got younger kids that want to know, you know what I mean, you can't just be so blunt with them. Okay, but now you got older kids. As your kids get older, you know what I mean, they still coming to you. Damn, pops, what happened with you and mom? Now you have more room to.
Is it because they're older now?
Because they're older. It's because they're less impressionable now. You know what I mean?
Right.
And they're more understanding of what you're actually saying to them versus what they're hearing. You feel me? If you saying to a child, "Oh, your mama hard headed, the bitch ain't never listen," you feel me? All they're hearing is, "Damn, my mama hard headed and she's a bitch." You know what I'm saying? Versus them being older and you saying, "Damn, that your mama was hard headed, the bitch ain't listen because I tell her such and such." She never, you know what I mean? It's easier for them to interpret what you're saying to them versus what they're just hearing. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got a statement right here from Alicia May. Alicia May, thank you for tuning in, Alicia May. Shout out to a returning visitor right here. Alicia May said, "I told my son me and your dad were not nice to each other, but he is 6." Okay, so Alicia, let me ask you this then. What is Sway says 6 is a good age to start opening up about the truth, the realities.
How she just said not nice instead of just saying, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
he always beat it, you know what I mean?
So okay, so why do you say is I agree the words that she used were kinder, but is it too far to show emotion, to show some type of if you genuinely felt this feeling with like this hatred or this real deep aggression towards that person, is it wrong to express, like, cause he was not nice? I mean, it gets the point across for that level, but is it too far to say I couldn't stand your daddy?
Yes, for a 6-year-old, that's too far.
Okay, explain.
Because you don't want to. Now it's vitriol, and when you saying, "Oh, I couldn't stand your father," anytime that man daddy do something, now that I can't stand is what he hears, and now that's what he festers on, and now he begins to say, he began to, you know what I mean, feel like, "Oh, I can't stand my daddy," versus you saying, "Hey man, what me and your pops going through, it ain't nice," you know what I mean? It ain't you.
But here's why I kind of agree, but I disagree. I agree because when you say something like he's not nice versus I couldn't stand him, or I hated him, I can see how that type of approach can ease the burden emotionally on the 6-year-old. But what I disagree on is that when you express this type of aggression or this type of true who you are feelings to somebody, it allows them to say, this is a new thing. My mom is talking about this is a new thing. This is curious. It allows them to ask why. What is this feeling you having? Why is it there? What is this? It opens them up to the real world, because the world ain't just not nice. The world can be hateful. The world can be painful. The world can be traumatic.
All of that.
And I get certain ages can't handle it at certain times, but who says they can't handle it? Maybe they can't handle it because they're not exposed to it appropriately.
Okay.
Allow the kid to explore that hatred you have, or that disdain you have versus the not nice.
Okay, well, let's put it in these terms. What is so prevalent in our society nowadays? Racism. I mean, how do people become racist? They're taught it. They grow up hearing their parents say, "Oh, they hate that nigger. Oh, I can't stand that nigger." Oh,
okay.
So
I don't know if our Facebook gonna block that.
I know, right?
Now you gotta go ahead with the hard ER on it,
without them even knowing anything about black people, they grow up saying, "I can't stand this person of color because of what my parent, you know what I mean, put into me." So it's the same thing. But hold on.
They never explained why.
Hold on. But that's the thing. They don't know why, so they can't say why. You know what I mean? But even in a relationship, you can't fully explain why you hate them, because you also love them. You know what I mean? Like, I hated my baby mom, but I also love my baby mom. You feel me? So you can't really fully explain everything.
I won't say can't now. When you start putting them can't words up in there.
Hold on, but when what you're saying, it all depends on age. You the older your kids get, the more blunt you can be with them.
I agree with that.
At an early age, they're very impressionable, and the slightest thing you do and say can leave an impression on them that lasts, you know what I mean? That you don't want them. You feel me?
Yeah. But I mean, at the same time, though.
Personal story. My son grew up, you know what I mean? As a kid, growing up, he was always with me. Baby, growing up, he was always with me. But as he got older, he started feeling a certain type of way, you know what I mean? And looking at me and not liking me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I would try to figure out, like, why this nigga hate me like this? You know what I mean? Why every time he get mad, he blow up at me, you know what I mean? So as he got older, he started talking to me. And he would tell me, because, man, my mom would tell me this about you and would say this about him. I say you did this. And it was because of things that his mother was putting into him. You feel me? And that's why he was feeling a certain way towards me. You feel me? He's impressionable. He was getting the impressions that his mom was putting into his head, versus seeing what was actually happening. Now, when he got older and could see for himself what I was doing for him and how I'm there for you, you know what I mean? Now it's different, because he's saying like, damn, what she was saying, okay, maybe it was true for her, but it ain't true for me. Shit, maybe he didn't do for her, but shit, if I call him, he coming. You know what I mean?
So you saying, as it's too far to be blunt to your children at ages like 6, 7, 8.
Let them get.
But as they get older,
okay.
So my issue is, I guess my approach. I understand the filter we need to have with younger children, and I do use that filter. Mm-hmm. But I have a thing. I say, once you turn 10. Like, you getting the raw. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't care what nobody say about it. I don't care what society say about it. Yeah. And the reason I do that is because I said this before. Maybe I think I said this on the show. My oldest son was the same age Tamir Rice was when the police rolled up on him, popped him before the car stopped moving. Yeah. So society don't care about your age. They prove it to you. So because the world that they actually live in, not the world that we want them to live in, but the world they actually live in, don't care about them being young, they gonna treat them as such, as older men. We gotta, as fathers, I believe we gotta stand firm on how we come at our children. We can't be sugarcoating them. When they get, I'm gonna address what Alicia May says in a couple seconds, but when they get to a certain age, and I say 10, some people say 10 is too young to be blunt. I say nah, because a 10-year-old, my son tall. He got my physique damn near, a little slimmer. From a distance, walking down the street, a white woman might get scared and pull a pistol out or call the police on my son pop, because like a Trayvon Martin type ish. Right. So we can't be stuck on a specific age, I believe.